got a friend in me. Okay, you playing that shit? That's going? Okay, cool. Welcome to Daddio Patio. Tonight's episode, we're talking about old friends you used to have. What stories do you share with them that you do not stare at him? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. My eyes just rolled back in my head. I got no soul. All right.
We're just looking at the stars, man.
We're sitting around the ottoman.
Andy,
like
it's
we
loud
did.
as shit.
Andy's on a bike.
Yeah, I'm having a ridiculous night. Not to bring up Forrest Gump like right away, but it's just like Forrest Gump. Like, when he's in Vietnam and he like loses stuff, or he like loses his buddies, and he goes back and he's looking for Bubba, but he finds text. That's like exactly what happened to me, dude. I had blue blockers and I had some fake blue blockers that somebody gave me the other day in both of my pockets, and they fell out. Both of them fell out, and $30. So I was riding back looking for them, and all I could find was the fake blue blockers. So I found text, and now I'm still fucking looking for Bubba, and I gotta find Bubba.
Wait, so you still haven't found the $30 either, have you?
No. And so, yeah.
So you found the worst of three items.
I was riding my bike from Brooklyn to Harlem, and I lost $30, fake blue blockers, and my gold blue blockers. And the only fucking thing I found out of all of it, I've ridden back and forth like 3 times, is these fake ones that somebody gave me for free. It's this bullshit. And I'm never going to wear fake blue blockers.
Well, dude, if you drop like anything gold on the ground in New York, it's snatched by the villains immediately.
Yeah, you don't.
Dude, and
They've got a radar for that shit.
Cut your losses, bro.
okay, so, I have lights on my bike, and then one of them just burnt out, so now I'm, like, in the dark riding by the freaking river. I have no idea, like, if I'm ever going to find these things. And then I tried to switch the batteries to make, like, the front one work, and I fumbled one of them into the tall grass, and I'll fucking never see it again. And now I'm just riding through the dark, completely with no lights, next to the river in the city right now. Ridiculous.
The first podcast with a live murder.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, your death screams are going to be captured on film or recording audio.
You know in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, like when they're running next to the river? That's like exactly what I'm looking at right now. It looks just like that.
Except you're the coach.
You're like seeing it in 8-bit.
Yeah, you're the black coach with no eyelids.
Dude,
Somebody in a pink
Andy,
jumpsuit
we should put
trying
up
to
that
find me.
picture of
know
Mike
the
Tyson's
fuck it is.
Punch-Out with the arch in the background that he made.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
awesome.
and I mean, I'm miles and miles from my nice warm bed right now.
Jesus, he's getting Robert Frost in us. This is the worst thing I've ever heard.
Just remember.
He's an old friend right now. We might not ever see him again.
All right, I got a great old friend. His name was Roger Davis. This is back in elementary school. Andy knows him. Okay, back in elementary school, everybody had kid bodies, okay? We were kids, okay? Not Roger Davis. Roger Davis was a 36-year-old adult black man. And, dude, I swear to God, he was like 6 feet tall. Like, he was ridiculous. He weighed like 400 pounds. And, freaking Roger Davis was ridiculous. And one time, like, my mom came to, like, eat lunch with me, and she sat down at the table, and, or she was looking for a chair, and there was no other chairs.
Cool.
Yeah, and, like, she's like, oh, there's no other chairs. I don't know what to do. And, like, and then Roger Davis was like, fine, I'll get up. And he grabbed his chair, and he threw it across the whole cafeteria like an asteroid. It flew so far. Then there was this other time where, like, somebody, like, called his mom something. I think it was Matt Torno. And so he chased them down like a gazelle.
No, dude,
It was Bobby Mendica. Yeah, it was Bobby. He punched Matt Torno, too, though, I think. There was something with Matt Torno. I think he chased him or something.
Not,
He's
not that this
punching
matters
elementary
at all. Like,
kids?
nobody
Yeah.
cares.
He's an elementary school kid, but he's got an adult body. And he freaking chased down Bobby Mendica and punched a freaking unicorn horn on his forehead. It was the dude. The bump like stuck out like 10 inches. It was ridiculous. It like, I don't know. It was sickening to see. But Yeah, Roger Davis, man. And then after, like, elementary school, they just, like, took all the black kids and, like, freaking sent them, like, they cut off the bus system, so they had to go to, like, schools in, like, the city and stuff. It sucked. I wonder what Roger's doing nowadays.
Dude, I've tried to look him on Facebook, and I have...
You'll never find him.
Roger Davis. Rest in peace.
It's a pretty unique name.
Oh, yeah, there is
Dude,
that.
you know what's great? This is something I really should mention. The whole reason I'm, into rap music is because of that City Bus program. Because they used to bus kids in from the city. And this kid, Ronald, used to bring his dad's rap CDs in. I'd copy them from CDs to tapes and have them in my Walkman. So I had Biggie's Ready to Die when I was in, 3rd grade. And, ever since then, I've been listening to rap music. So, you can thank the public school system for that.
Thank you, the public school system, that they, gave you the gateway to ICP.
They did. Dude, that little kid you see frowning on the infinity boards was fueled by Biggie and Insane Clown Posse.
I don't know if people know about this. Andy is actually on an infinity skateboard, but it's his childhood picture from school, I think, and he's just frowning so hard.
Was that in the yearbook, man, or was that a
Yeah,
B-side?
it was 3rd grade, I
Yeah,
think.
no, that was in the yearbook, dude.
Were your parents pissed?
No, I think they thought it was funny. I can't believe...
My mom got
What
pissed
I
at
can't
me.
believe is, that the photographer accepted that photo. You saw me frowning and took the picture. It was that's it, that's the one.
Dude, he was probably like...
Because
He's like, this is going to be on a skateboard one day. Don't worry about it.
dude, my 4th grade self, people always ask me if I did that to be funny, but, the truth is I can't remember. I don't know what my 5th grade self was even like, or 4th grade. I don't remember, if I did it to be funny or if, that's just how I was, feeling, or I have no idea.
My mom was pissed when I just took a bad picture at a Six Flags season pass. That was just for me. That's not for anyone to see. My parents would have been livid if I did that. Also, you should try to find that 5th grade photographer and tell him what he did.
He's got that above
Dude,
the work.
I wonder if one day he'll see that board and be like, "Holy shit, I took that picture," and then find me on Facebook or something.
No school photographer is ever going to be able to discern, know that it's his picture, because they all go to the same school and take the same type of picture.
Dude, what if he sued the shop, though? He came back, he's like, you didn't get permission for this.
That's
And
mine.
then I'm out of the job.
See my initials in the corner? It's me.
They're still on there. Look, it's right there.
Dude, freaking the school
Guys,
photographer.
this has actually gone from being kind of shitty to really peaceful. I'm riding next to the water right now, and there's boats. It's pretty nice. I feel good.
What?
So,
You get all your friends?
Remember when you
Not old
lost?
friends, but new, good friends?
Remember when you lost $30?
Yeah. Reminded.
This is your second pair of gold blue blockers, too.
Speaking of friends, if anybody wants to send me a pair of gold blue blockers, if you're a true Daddio Patio fan, go right ahead.
Not if you're
we're
just gonna
not-
No,
lose them
if you're a
again.
true fan, send them to me, and I'll smash them in front of Andy.
Oh, hey, we do have a update on the Slammerham Lincoln front.
Yeah, we got to talk
Yeah,
about
Andy
this.
has met him,
No, I have met him.
or Colin has met him, and seen his face, but he didn't know him.
I've looked upon the face of
Or did you know him?
Slammerham Lincoln.
But
I
here's,
didn't know.
do we all know him, or do...
I don't know.
Does he just have neutral face? There's nothing to
It's
characterize
like
it.
that episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark where they pull the mask off the people and they just have a blank, white,
Oh.
round face.
Dude, that was terrifying.
Did he have reptilian fangs?
Or is it delocated? He's just a...
I was really hoping to be one of us. I was really hoping
I
to
thought
be
it was
one of
Van
us.
Sant.
You didn't know who
Dude, you
it
guys
was?
are so quick
No.
to I never even suspected any of you guys. You guys are so quick to turn on each other, man.
Dude,
immediately you're like, it's one of us. It's within the group.
I waterboarded Van Sant's entire family. Get to the bottom of it.
I thought everyone was going to blame me, so I wanted to put the blame somewhere else.
Wait, how do we not know it's you?
Yeah,
that
how
you
do we know
just
you met
pulled
this
some
guy?
random guy out of the bar.
I guess you don't know that. There's a Twitter picture that Slammerham Lincoln uploaded next to me, but his face is censored.
It's like a MS Paint Photoshop.
I thought
on
about that too, that would creep in people's brains. I'm not him, alright?
Hey, Are we ever going to call
alright.
Steve Gedeker and talk to him about furniture, or is that just never going to happen?
No, it's gonna happen.
That's your nemesis, so.
No, it can happen. We can make it happen. We just gotta try.
We don't have to do shit.
Dude, we'd have to do like an early daytime episode
Yeah.
to even get through,
Dude.
which I'm alright with.
Holy
Dude,
shit.
we should do a morning episode one day where we do it like really early in the morning.
Let's just stop
I
recording
wonder,
now
like,
and go
how
to
much
sleep.
our brains
No,
would be.
we'll go... Dude, yeah, we'll go to a green field and set up a table with some coffee and just look at the sunrise as we talk about Steve Gedeker.
Why is the table
Like we could do like a black and white episode where at the nighttime we're just completely blackout drunk, and in the morning we have like a complete sobriety.
If we piece
Dude.
it together?
Yeah,
Okay, we got to do that one like
Let's all just
on like a
roofie each
Saturday
other.
night.
we could do roofie
We all
roulette.
roofie. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What are the
So roofie roulette is.
I could get a roofie from.
Yeah, who are you gonna ask? Oh yeah, I got some. I mean,
Dude, this is St. Louis. There's always a way to find whatever you need. Like we got this. We got
God,
this.
dude, there's people roofing people at Handlebar.
Andy, what are you
They
saying?
roofie the bartender at
Danos.
Danos.
Andy, what are you saying?
Dude, this experience is like so weird right now. Like I'm like riding super fast through the dark on a bicycle with no lights next to a river. It's fucking ridiculous, and I'm on Daddios patio right now. Like this is so weird.
Are you just like
This is like nothing like.
How are you holding your phone?
I'm not. I have headphones on. I'm just talking to you with,
Oh,
with
okay.
headphones and microphone.
Nice, cool,
But I am still riding no-handed because I'm a fucking badass.
dude. You're gonna hit a
you-
you're gonna hit a curb and pull a Pee Wee Herman where you do like a full front
no,
flip.
I'm gonna,
Dude, if we heard that.
no, I'm gonna pack me in the front wheel and slide 75.
Dude, if we like,
But instead of
Heard
rabbits,
you-
you just kill like a herd of bums.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of homeless people.
dude,
Dude,
that
did I
guy.
ever tell a story about how I got roofied?
No. Well, maybe. I don't know.
No,
Tell us.
we never talked about
That
that.
needs to be discussed right now.
Okay, so I used to work at this.
Was it by an old friend?
I would like to think so, man. I think like we were one at one time.
Like you meet
and
up after like 30 years, you're like, yeah, how you been? And then they roof you.
then, yeah, they completely turn on you. That'd be
Was,
the best thing ever.
Was it like a joke or was somebody like trying to abuse you?
Well, no. Here's the weird part of it. I used to work at a speakeasy downtown called the Thaxton, and great place. It's like all old, like speakeasy, like everything's. But the guy that owns it is like an interior designer, but like a muralist, the same thing. So he paints everything, makes it look either like wood or just. He's fucking incredible. Does amazing work. But the woman that actually runs the bar part of it, me and
Oh
her,
my god, Andy, you gotta stop.
he's dying. He's dying.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. What's happening?
You're just very loud.
Oh, dude, it's the wind, man. I'm speeding through the freaking river. Keep going.
So, yeah, I was a barback at this bar, and then the woman that ran the bar was very, very pretty. Like, an older woman, but still very pretty. We usually drank the same thing every night, and my drink was usually next to hers. And there was one guy, the bar was just mainly consistent of regulars, like just people coming in that you'd see all the time, like offering you the same thing, just like, just loving life and enjoying, like, the live music that we had at the time. And, Andy's gone now. But there was one night, it was like, I guess my second drink, and we were both drinking, and then by the end of that one, it was like, I'd say 12:30, and I was like, oh, like, something hit me, like, very strange. I was like, oh my god, like, I shouldn't be this fucked up, like, what's going on, like, not feeling myself, and then it was like, before I knew it, the next day I woke up, like, in my bed, covered in puke, with, like, messages from my boss being like, call me as soon as you get this. So they thought I took something before the bar. Like, they thought I was, like, on some drugs or whatever, which I was not. And comes to find out, the guy that owns the building, who usually ran the door, said he let somebody in that just didn't look, he didn't look a little right. After a couple weeks, we found out that this guy did try to roofie her, and I drank the drink. And I guess saved her life, and not saved her life, but saved her from getting fucking
Saved her
raped.
maidenhood.
From like
Saved
mental
her.
turmoil.
Yeah, so it's like, but dude, it was that was like the fucking most confusing thing, because it's like you're working, and then all of a sudden you wake up in your own bed the next morning covered in puke, and you're like, what the fuck happened? There was like a good.
You made it to your own bed.
She drove me home. They like as soon because like we went to an we were supposed to go to an after party afterwards, like downtown, but I couldn't even finish the job because I was slurring my words. I was tripping. I was like falling over, throwing up. So she drove me home in my car, and the man that owned the building met us at my place, picked her up, and they got me in bed and got me and everything. All while this was all happening, the roommate that I had at the time was covered in puke too because he got so fucking drunk too. So it was like one of the weirdest times ever, just waking up and both people in the house smelling like puke. The house smelled like puke for a couple days. It was awesome. It was fucking... I guess it wasn't awesome. I got roofied. It was terrible, but...
Jeez.
Yeah, I missed that whole story. I feel like I got roofied. Like I just came back in and you're talking about puke.
Dude, that's exactly how it is, man. You know how it is now.
You just got
Now I know how you felt.
Exactly.
How long
You
did
got the
you
exact
sleep?
experience.
Dude, it was a good solid... I don't know. I didn't wake up till like 4 or 5 the next day.
Were you supposed to work too that day?
A different job. And they,
Were they not okay with that?
No, actually, like, the woman, Kim, she called in for me. Acted like my mom to the next job and was like, he's sick, he can't come in today.
Oh, I would have told the truth because I feel like you'd get more sympathy from the truth than I'm just sick.
Dude, but not at like a schnook. Like, I was working at the call-in area, too. Like, I was working both those jobs.
Yeah,
like,
but...
They've been like, oh, drug addict, get the fuck out of here.
No way. I think if you got a roofie, that's not anything
Popping
that
roofies.
you, like,
for fun.
That's true, too. You could have had that.
There's nothing that you could have
Couple
done.
bonus
It's not like,
days off.
oh, I got roofied on purpose. I was asking for it. It's like...
Yeah, I'm just going to take a roofie and go out on the night. Yeah,
man.
Dude, that's what you just
What?
roofie your boss.
I should go back.
It's a cycle, dude. It's a cycle. When you get roofied, you gotta pass it on. You gotta roofie the next person.
Dude, who the
Yeah,
fuck?
dude, because if you roof your boss, they're not even going to remember to call you in the morning. They're not even going to remember their name or what they did last night.
What if there's an opposite of a roofie where you give it to somebody and they just like get super sober, remember everything? So someone's like trying to drink a lot and have a good time, and you just like drop
They
the
never
opposite
get
roofie,
drunk.
and they just like aren't drunk and like just bored.
Dude, that'd be terrible. That'd be the worst drug. I just like give me the other one that sends me the complete opposite.
The bartender like gives it to people because like they'll order more drinks. I don't feel anything. I just had a 18-pack of vodka.
Dude, it's weird though. Like as it was going on, like I was trying to hold myself together and like trying to piece what was going on. But like you can only focus on like one object or like one thing at a time.
Yeah, I know that feel.
So it's like I just got stuck looking at this like one woman in the red dress, like looking.
That's what happens. That's how it happens in the movies.
Yeah, it's like you get stuck looking at this one person, like, oh, and then before you know it, you're in the fucking back throwing up pizza.
Wait, so you remember that like at the bar?
I remember seeing this like older woman in like a red dress and just like,
God damn, that's like a crime noir.
That's,
yeah, exactly.
That's like what
it was
happens in Breaking Bad when he first like passes out in the first episode. He like sees that girl with the green dress.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the same thing.
Dude, yeah, but it's like I don't know, like
Walter White was roofied the
Dude,
entire
that's
series.
that is the
But-
worst thing, man. Like whenever you come to like the realization that you're not like right, like if you like smoke too much and all of a sudden
Right.
you're like, holy shit, I am way too high right now, or like it's just that realization, you can feel it. Like I've only freaked out once on weed, and like me and Finger just smoked way too much, and then we went over to Fletcher's, and, or I guess
Tony and Fletcher's, yeah.
Fletcher's like weed is like ridiculous. We smoked that, and we were talking about Neverending Story Falcor, and we're just talking about. I'm like, hey, that's great. We're riding on his back. Hey, this is wonderful. I'm like, I can feel the temperature on my fucking skin. I can feel the temperature around my fucking body, and like, I was like, holy I've only had one beer, and I fucking look at the beer box on the ground, and I can see around it. And it turns into a gingerbread house. Like it starts to morph into like a gingerbread house, and I can see on the other side of it from like one perspective. Like my vision curls like one around the corner, and I'm just like, oh my god! Like what? I'm just kind of fucking like rocking back and forth, and I'm like, Fletcher, did you put anything in that shit? Like, did you lace it with something? Like he's like, no, man, there's nothing in this. I'm like, there's something in this, isn't there? Like, and then I look over at Fingerut, and Fingerut's just like, I don't feel good. And he's like sweat pouring down his hairline, and he's just got his eyes closed. And then like, it was just me, Finger, and Fletcher smoking it, and then me and Finger like fucking destroyed. I look over at Fletcher, and Fletcher's like fine. So I think that Fletcher did something, and so like I want to fucking kill Fletcher. Like I start getting like super paranoid. I want to fucking kill him, and I'm just like, you put something in that, didn't you? And he's like, no, man, I swear I didn't put anything in there. And like I'm like, and like I couldn't fucking move. Like so like we somehow like get inside. I don't even remember. We like tell
the whole time.
No, we were in the back when we smoked, and I realized it. And then I don't know how it happened. We teleported inside, and I'm trying to think. I'm standing up. Finger's sitting down. Finger can't stand up. I can't sit down. Like and like I'm fucking just like I'm standing there, just kind of like getting like more and more like furious and stuff. Just like and like
It was getting crazy. I was there during this too, by the way.
And Finger's getting more and more like falling into his mind. He said he was racing through the desert, and you could see neon guitars just spinning in like circles as he went down a road in the desert at like 1,000,000 miles an hour. And like he said,
there's talking about a river, like he was speeding over a river, like high above it.
Yeah,
like,
and there was he said there was.
I thought he was joking because like he's like the boy who cried wolf, dude. Like you can't take anything he's saying seriously. So,
Exactly, dude. He's pulled too many jokes.
And then I saw the sweat trickle down his forehead and his eyes like roll back in his head. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Dude, he said there was too much. There was so much going on in his mind, it paralyzed his body. He could not move. So we were on like opposite sides of the spectrum. Like I was like so mad. Like I felt like the room was like curling around into my chest, and I wanted to fucking like burn people. Like I was going insane. And then Finger was like just like totally like just relaxed, or he wasn't relaxed. He was like paralyzed, but like he knew he was freaking out. That's what it was. I had never felt this before, so I wasn't like prepared for it. Finger knew that he was like he smoked too much, and so he was like just trying to like calm himself down, but he could not communicate to the rest of us that like that's what he wanted. So he just like had to just kind of like relax himself and fall back into his mind. And
both of them though were perpetuating like the other person to be worse. Like Lance freaking out was making Fingerhut like I think freak out a little bit more in his own head, and then seeing that made Lance freak out more. And then they're just like both feeding off each other.
Well, I was getting pissed at like Fingerhut's like I mean he's pretty I mean he smokes all the time or he smoked a lot back then. So like to see like Fingerhut like fall into that mode, I thought for sure that there had been something done to the weed because like what's going on?
Andy, are you talking?
And so I thought that, like, Fletcher had done something like my friend and then me and, like, I don't know. And I didn't really know Fletcher too well then. What is going on?
Andy, what are you doing? I'm going to mute you.
Dude, Godzilla just got him.
All right.
Did you hear that? That was Godzilla's roar.
What are you doing right now?
Anyway, the day after, like, me and Finger just played video games for, like, 10 hours straight, like, in a total... like game coma mode, and just burned the rest of that shit out of her body, and out of her minds.
I don't have any like crazy drug stories. Anytime I smoked weed, I just felt miserable, and I just never did it again.
It's
What's like you could be freaking out because of like whatever drug you're on, and then when you like your brain starts to process and start worrying about that, you're freaking out. Then it's like a whole nother added effect.
Yeah,
that, like. Your body just goes into like panic mode, and then it's like you have this panic set in.
It's
on top
exponential.
Of your like drug effect. Like,
it's so hard to deal with, like in a social surrounding though. Like you can smoke all you want all by yourself, or drink as much as you want. It's like you're always going to be safe. But you throw that like one variable, like all right, these people judge me, or like whatever he is.
Exactly,
like,
and you know what? That's what it was too. Is that we were in like an unfamiliar environment too, like so like, and there wasn't like too many of our friends over there. Like there's just like a few people, and like. I didn't really know like any like the people that are there too much then.
But it's very
I knew like Colin, I knew like Liz, but like I don't know. It just like that strange environment. I thought everybody was kind of like I don't know trying to fuck with us, and I don't like that.
I was trying to. I was trying to get you the laced weed, but
freaking I still haven't told you guys. I haven't told you guys my my cocaine story, but
Oh my god.
I think I'm gonna save that because it's a long story and it's pretty good.
We can have it. Yeah, we can have it separate.
Yeah,
I don't know how much. How much time?
it's not.
Yeah, we can save old friends again. We have a half hour. Let's just fucking belt this shit out now.
Yeah, let's do it. Start the cocaine story.
Hey, Andy.
Really. I feel like
Hey,
yeah,
I just got home. I'm safe, dude.
Yeah!
dude. We thought Godzilla picked
we-
you up off your
we thought you
bicycle.
got murdered.
And, you know, you guys might not notice it, but fucking listeners are going to hear a quality increase right about now.
HD.
So they're gonna hear a quality increase, like when you're talking.
Or do you mean the quality of our conversation? Because I don't think that's going anywhere.
No. It only goes up from here, man.
Conversation. They're going to hear a quality drop in our conversation quality, and then they're going to hear an audio quality increase right now. Starting right now.
Well, Lance has a story to tell.
Dude,
All right.
then, fuck, we gotta throw in some music right
I kind of
here.
feel like I want to
Quality.
save this one.
I don't know. We don't have to.
I kind of want to
Should we-
save this story
should
for
we
later,
do a drug episode?
like
maybe?
Halloween.
I feel like it's already turned into a drug episode.
Yeah. This is
I feel like the topics are bases.
So-
Just that talk.
Wait. So,
There's
according
no-
to Daddio
Here,
Patio,
the topics are have always been bases for like where conversations should start.
Yeah,
dude. Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Friend cocaine.
But
yeah,
according to Daddio Patio, old friends turn into drugs.
That's fine.
So, like, when you think of your old friends, you just end up
Wait,
with
I
drugs.
can relate this about two old friends that I haven't seen in a while that got me into probably way more drugs than
Is this who
ever.
I think it is?
Yes,
Did you
it
live
is.
with them?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Lance, Vincent, you might have been over to the old apartment with Lauren and Mandy, right?
No, I don't think so.
I'm gonna use their names because I know they.
I've been there.
I do or not, but
I've been there many a times.
oh my god, that was like you just wake up and something was already in your nose, in your mouth, or anything. Like, oh my god, that house made me a better person and a shittier person at the same time. It was amazing. Old friends, I miss them.
dude.
Old friends.
Dude, I made some new friends the other night on the roof, and they actually turned to drugs pretty quickly as well. Like,
They
they
turned
kept
into
talking about
drugs?
something on the...
Actually, we're drugs.
Wait, what?
I'm cocaine. It's like how it is on every drug PSA, where they're like, "Hey, I'm your friend," but then they turn
Yeah.
into like a dragon at the end, or like biting your head off.
Every dare thing you've ever
Hey,
seen.
Andy.
Dude, like, all that shit was true.
Andy, you remember Pete Chulik? Have we talked about Pete Chulik yet?
Maybe. I mean, he's along the lines of... He and Roger Davis are probably together.
He was just
off
like-
somewhere.
The archetype of like the fat kid in elementary school. He was just the fat kid. He had the fat kid personality, you know. Do you remember? I remember one time like somebody brought like popsicles to class, and he like ate like half of them before like any of the kids got any of them. He ate them so fast, he could have been in Guinness. Like I swear, it was ridiculous. And I don't know. I don't really have too many stories except that he's fat. He's just a fat kid,
Great
but.
school, like, stereotypical
I'll never forget him. Dude, I'll never forget Pete Chulik.
Dude, do you ever see like old friends that you grew up with but kind of distance, like grew apart?
Oh, of course.
But you see like they're completely different and just like not even gonna
Like kind of weirdos.
Or-
now.
yeah,
like not good weirdos either.
bad weirdos. They don't want you in your life or anything.
Or
else
even that they try
whatsoever.
to hide their old life. They'll try to like,
yeah.
I want nothing to do with you.
I feel like I have a disguise now because like all my life I had like longer hair and no beard, and now I have shorter hair and a beard.
Yeah, who'd you
You
kill
just,
in Mexico?
you just like you just
I just
put it
shifted my
around.
face.
Like,
I actually, when you said something about old friends, I had like a subconscious memory, like,
Dug up from deep in my brain, like, when we were kids, like, in elementary school, like, I would never say the kid's name, but, like, there's one kid, like, our moms were friends, so, like, he used to come over or whatever, and, one time we, like, looked into each other's buttholes.
But, wait, this really
And,
happened?
And I'm almost positive that kid is gay now. Like, almost 100%
Dude,
positive.
you shifted
Like,
him.
so...
Yeah, you changed his life.
I know, dude. He might
He
have
did
looked
something,
into my
he kinda
butthole
liked
and
it,
it, like...
and he went on that path.
God dang.
That was the fork in the road for him. Was at my butthole.
Good for him.
Your butthole had changed a life.
That's probably true, man.
Dude, now I'm
But
starting.
yeah,
Like,
What if your butthole had that effect on anybody? Like any guy who sees your butthole
it's like a
just turns
50-50
gay.
chance. Yeah.
You just like go to a bar and
Dude,
some
I don't
guy's
know.
hassling you and you show him your butthole and he just is like, never mind. I'd like to buy
dude,
you a drink.
a bunch of people that came to the Wizard Tower.
What'd
A
you
bunch
say?
of people that came to the Wizard Tower would be gay now then because I showed a lot of people my butthole when we played Jenga with
man.
brown eye written on the block.
Yeah, our Jenga set had like every filthy thing written on every block. You
Dude,
pull
who
it out.
has that Jenga set?
I think
Yeah,
it's at
but here's the
Andy's
thing.
mom's.
I didn't.
Andy's mom's
If she
like,
finds
you guys
that-
want to play a nice game of
Oh
Jenga?
my god! Just she could pull any one of those blocks, and it would just warp her mind immediately.
No, like so many questions would be answered like from Andy's childhood.
Dude,
It's like, oh fuck.
I don't know, man. Karen Alden's like, you can bleep her name, is impervious to like freaking anything that we've ever done.
Oh, dude, I know. She has to know
Dude, Karen
that we're
Alden
not
roofied
good
you.
people.
Karen Alden roofied you and got a whole bunch of secrets out of you
I don't think that's how roofies work.
Dude, I had
in
a.
the form of wisdom teeth.
Oh yeah. Is that a story you want to
no.
share, Andy?
Wait, what did you say? I'm sorry. A crash happened.
I said your mom roofied you in the form of wisdom teeth and got a bunch of
Oh,
secrets
yeah,
out of you.
dude. She did. When I got my wisdom teeth taken out, my mom knew I was, like, all silly on drugs, so when she was driving me home, she, like, this is when I was living upstairs. Like, I was living with her and Charlie, and I lived upstairs. And, when we were driving home, she knew I was, like, all messed up on drugs, so she, like, asked me all these questions that she, like, wanted to know the answers to that, like, because it was, like, truth serum or whatever. So she was like, what do you want to do with your life and stuff? And I told her something like, she asked me what I wanted to do with my life, and I told her I wanted to jetpack to the moon. And then she asked me, like, the other thing she asked me, she was like, these girls that come over all the time, are you having sex with them? And I was like, some of them. So I told my mom that, and she now knows that. But, I mean, she already knew that anyway. Like, she knew. But,
Dude, I'm scared.
Dude,
yeah, I don't know. Truth serum, dude.
There's a video of me on wisdom teeth laughing gas, where like freaking the first thing that I do when I like come out of it is like ask for like 99-cent tacos from Jack in the Box, and then I like bite the nurse's finger, and then like when we get in the car, Dylan keeps talking to me. He's like, "Hey Lance, how do you feel? How do you feel?" I'm talking to him for a little bit, and then I'm just like, "Hey Dylan, hey, shut up, okay." Just shut up. And, like, I take off my glasses and, like, look at them all serious. I'm like, shut up. And I put my glasses back on and, like, fall asleep. It's pretty funny.
Hey, speaking of old friends, Mackenzie Marks just wandered into the door.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Oh no,
What's
that's
up, Mackenzie?
That's lifetime friend. That's not old friend right there.
No, it's old and new and beginning to end.
All ends of the spectrum right there.
A to
Lifetime
Z,
original movie.
fruit and meat.
Dude, do you think they could make a lifetime original movie about Daddio Patio?
That's the goal. Daddio Patio, the Lifetime original movie.
Oh, my God. There's got to be all types of
I
drama.
do
in
make
it.
it the oxygen.
One of us has to die
I
so
was just gonna say,
tragically
yeah.
for like that to work.
Dude, I'll jump in front of a train for this to happen.
Can you just fake your death and then once the movie comes out, like reveal yourself?
Can you get me a passport to like Peru or something?
I can't do that myself.
We'll work on that.
You do you, man. You do you.
Yeah,
in
you guys
Peru.
can't know where I go, but
I
other
can
than
know.
dead.
It's fine. We can still keep recording them. They just don't catch on.
Dude, I want to catch an eagle on the roof and rip its heart out and rub its blood on my chest on the roof. That'll be my only scene in the movie. I won't be at any, like, the
They're like, yeah, the
sit-ins, any
Daddio
of the
Patio
episodes.
movie was great, but where's Lance? And then it just like burst to that scene. Like,
Lifetime would have a hard time advertising this movie.
There's no way they would show that on Lifetime.
is Lifetime the lady channel or
Yeah,
whatever?
that and oxygen. Ladies get 2 channels.
This is like the opposite of what they would want to show. Like a bunch of bros like murdering animals and stuff. Like that's like exactly what they're against.
My favorite Lifetime movie I saw was My Stepson, My Lover.
Whoa. What?
John Locke from Lost.
We all know the plot without you saying anything about it.
I know.
Jeez.
It's Tommy Boy.
John Locke is in it though, from Lost.
Oh my god! But
Probably doesn't want anybody to know that.
Or is it Jeremy Bentham?
Don't tell him
spoiler?
what he can and can't do.
Some type of
It'll
spoiler?
be in a damn Lifetime movie if he
It's
wants.
Terry O'Quinn.
It's just question marks.
Have you seen all of Lost?
Yeah, is Jeremy Bentham his alias? Let's not talk about Lost right
Yeah,
now.
there's probably people that are
Nah, man.
highly
Yeah.
invested in that.
That's not.
But yeah, freaking Lifetime movie
Hey,
in the future.
guys, speaking of Lifetime movies and heartwarming shit and old friends, I'd just like to take this opportunity to say that Lance is my oldest friend. Not like oldest friend, but like
Lance is 30.
Longest
I met
running
Lance
friend.
when I was
Yeah, I'm
5 years
39.
old at the bus stop on the first day of kindergarten.
Dude,
So isn't that just adorable?
I vividly remember, man. Like, I walked out to recess just by myself, and I walked straight to the monkey bars. And I go in under the monkey bars, and you and Nick Matlock are talking about Power Rangers. Whether I forget, like talking about whether the blue one was the best one, or the red one, or the black one, or whatever. And, like, I just joined in you guys' conversation, and that was the beginning. That was the
Dude,
seed of our
No,
friendship.
but I met you at the bus stop though. Like before that.
Yeah, I don't
You
remember that.
Because we got on the same bus. You piece of shit.
Dude,
you
we're
forgot our first
okay,
memory?
dude. You know how shell shocked everybody is on the first day of kindergarten when they gotta leave the safety of their home? Like, I'm not thinking about like meeting new friends. I'm just like sticking to my mom's leg, like freaking worried about like
What?
what's gonna happen.
Dude, you know, actually though, I might have taken the bus back, so I might not remember the jungle gym thing, and then remember the bus
You
stop when
piece
we
of
got
shit.
back. So I might be an asshole. There's like no way to tell. But it was the first day of kindergarten, and I remember for
Yeah.
sure. But yeah,
Power
Lance is my
Rangers.
oldest friend.
I think all my kindergarten friends are drug addicts or bros.
That was 20 years ago. Lance and I have been hanging out talking about stupid shit for 20 years.
20 years, 2
And
decades.
now the kid who we met under the jungle gym talking about Power Rangers, he has like a family and like
yeah, he had
kid and,
a
like,
kid 2
like-
days ago.
congrats to him. Like
Yeah.
that's great. But it's so weird what's become. Like
But-
he
but
has a kid and a
and
family
here-
and like
It wasn't
a,
his though. It wasn't
a
his
job.
Here's what's
and we're doing Mad Libs with strangers on the street to put it on iTunes.
Yeah,
like,
me and Andy talked about this the other night. Like we're like doing Mad Libs with strangers on like the phone and stuff. Like while he's having kids and stuff. Like it's totally 2 different existences, man. Like he's got the family life, and then we got the coyote life right now. And like they're 2 different things. But dude, it's funny because like he still has like a stake with Mad Libs. Like I guess this is in 7th grade. Like we wrote the filthiest Mad Libs of all time. Me, Andy, and this guy Matlock. His name's Matlock, and we talked about him before.
and we'll play the Matlock
Theme again.
for him.
Freaking, it's just the most ridiculous like Mad Libs ever.
Just,
and Andy had them
just-
all hidden.
Just
Or
picture actual Picture Matlock when you tell all the stories about Matlock though, like it's just Matlock, like the
Yeah,
dude
it's
from
the-
TV,
it's
like under the jungle gym with us.
His whole like 67-year-old looking ass like hanging out with like 2
Dude.
preschoolers.
For whatever reason, well, Andy had all the Mad Libs like rolled up in a ball under like his brother's bed or whatever. But for whatever reason, Matlock took him home. I think you let him borrow them or something, or maybe your mom was starting to find out about him, so you wanted Matlock to take him away. So Matlock takes him home. His mom finds him and makes him read every single one in front of him and in front of his parents, and he's crying. He's crying while he's talking about like ball sacks and stuff with Mad Libs and stuff. Like, oh my god, dude! You know what? This is the second time I've talked about Matlock crying, man. I feel bad. I'm like, he also cried when he was in the freaking
Dude,
playground
his
with my
tears
brother.
fuel the show,
Still exists.
dude. But like we spared nothing with those Mad Libs too. Like it was like they would need like a noun, and we'd say like 14 adjectives and then a noun. It would be like sweaty, crusty, evil, demon ball sack or something like that. Like just for
Do you remember?
like a noun.
Do you remember
So, like,
Jack and
They were
Jill?
the filthiest man.
Jack, this one was later on, but Jack and Jill fell down a hill Or wait, how's it go? Jack and Jill fell down a hill
Jack and
or
Jill.
went up a hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his John Madden. That's like a body part of his John Madden.
And then from then on, every time there was an animal, we just put John Madden.
John Madden is the animal in every single one. Dude, Andy sent me a picture of John Madden as like when he was younger. Dude, look it up. It's so funny, man. He looks exactly the same. He just has like
Andy
brown
sent
hair.
me the same photo, and I was having a horrible day at work, and I just looked down, and I saw John Madden on the shoulders of, like, his players and teammates, and he looked the exact same 30 years ago as he does now, and it made the rest of my day brilliant,
Oh,
and
God.
John Madden continues to make my day great.
Dude,
He's never gonna age. He was never young.
There's no
He was
way.
just
He
born that way.
was never young.
there's no way you
What's
can
that movie with Robin
that
Williams
wouldn't
where he
brighten your day
instantly
just looking at that
ages?
picture.
Jack.
Jack,
Did you just look
Jack
it up?
Madden.
Yeah, I did.
Dude, freaking
It's
is
like,
there a John
it's
Madden
like Jack, dude. Ken's was saying it's like Jack with Robin Williams.
Oh yeah. He just changes his hair color. He's still greasier than ever, dude. He's got Kentucky Fried Chicken grease all over his turkey neck.
You see the crumbs off his lip right there, man.
Dude, his face hasn't changed at all. So awesome.
It never will.
Does John Madden have a Lifetime original movie? Because he probably should.
No, he's got, what, 27 video games?
They-
That's a Lifetime movie right
They've been
there.
using the same. They've been using the same stock photo since like the Sega Genesis games as they do on
Dude,
like,
it's
the
true.
new ones. That
Dude,
come
all
out.
they do is like they flip him, like he's facing one way on the cover, and then on the next one he's facing the other way on the cover. They just flip it back and forth every year.
He's like the
fucking fans
only
don't
dude
even
who has
recognize
like he has a new video game named after him every year, and that's been going on for like 20 straight years. And I guarantee he's like never played him.
There's no way. There's no way.
Dude,
that
well
guy-
maybe, I don't know. Dude, there was a video of Mike Tyson playing Mike Tyson's Punch-Out for the first time, and he gets beaten by Glass Joe like a punk
Oh
bitch. It's
my
like the most
god!
embarrassing
Forget his
thing.
whole history.
Dude.
Forget everything he's done.
Dude, but you know what I was thinking about the other day is like when we were kids, when we would play Nintendo games, like it wasn't like NFL football 2013 X edition or whatever. It was just like, yeah, what game do you want to play? And it was like football or ice hockey or
Yeah.
baseball. Like there weren't enough
Dude.
there weren't enough games out yet, so you could just name it like any word, and it would be the only one that was named that.
Baseball.
Like,
My
you
favorite
could
is-
name a game anything.
My favorite one is golf.
Golf.
Dude, baseball.
Dude,
is
ice
the best,
hockey was
man.
a shit. You have like the skinny guy, the fat guy, and the medium guy.
Okay, yeah,
like,
ice
dude,
hockey's amazing. But dude, remember baseball?
I
Where
fuck with ice hockey.
you pick like
Of
the teams
course.
are like Z, X, B, Y, and like G, and like freaking you can like just steal home like all the time, like the whole time.
Dude, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Of course, I still remember baseball because you just stole home like 14
Yeah.
times in a row every fucking
It was
time.
awesome.
Like nobody beat Lance because, dude, once Lance with games figures out one thing that works, he just does it a million
Yeah.
times. Like with Killer
Exploit
Instinct, he'll play as Cinder and he'll do that fucking charge attack 1,000 times. Dude, it's ridiculous.
Hey.
You remember some guy was talking shit at the Wizard Tower saying he could beat Lance? Lance woke up from a slumber up in his room, came down, beat the guy with Cinder, and then just went back up to his room and didn't say anything.
True story.
Lance figured
I
out
still,
Quap.
I still
don't know
remember
how
the
he
look
did
on his
that.
face too, just bewilderment. He just couldn't even believe what just happened. It was great. But
You remember Quap? You figured out Quap, that game?
yeah, and then Mackenzie stole my tactic. You drag your back leg.
Yeah, I stole your tactic and I made it better. So,
no.
it still makes me better.
I
Oh my
invented
God,
that.
we
If
can't
anybody
talk about
doesn't
something
know
I
what
you
invented
Quap
that
is.
technique. I invented that technique. Okay, the leg drag. That was
Explain
me.
what Quap is. Explain what Quap is.
Quap is this game where the whole like object is to get this guy to walk like a human. But you have like 4 buttons, the Q, W, and
But
LT.
it's so hard.
And that's why it's called Quap. And it sounds easy, but it's so hard because like 2 buttons control the.
Well, imagine
Calves and-
controlling someone else's limbs for them. That doesn't sound easy at all.
It's so
That's
hard.
true.
Yeah, it's hard until you know.
And at the very end, there's a hurdle. If that's not hard enough, you have to jump a hurdle.
God.
I can't even imagine where to begin because, like, I can't even run like 3 feet, and to imagine like jumping over a hurdle, dude, I can't even. It's like, dude, that's like, I can't even.
Pull
I
your
think you
groin
can, I think you
muscle.
can bash
that.
your mouth through it and it still works. Like, you just like run into it and knock it over, and it'll still be okay.
You can just step over the hurdle.
I've seen a lot of professional Quap played on YouTube.
Dude. Yeah, but I got the high score.
The highest.
Well, hey guys, something also I was going to bring up is like we're talking about old friends, and our last episode was strangers. Have you ever not seen an old friend for so long that they then become a stranger again to you?
I wouldn't call them a stranger.
Oh, yeah.
I call them just like a very mild acquaintance at that point.
Where we
Exactly.
I mean, that happens all the time. We just don't recognize them. You're like, I feel like I know this person, but I don't know.
I had a friend growing up. We'll just put his name as Alex. That like we hung out like every single day, like like sun up to sundown. And I guess a couple weeks ago, or actually it was like a couple months ago, I went back down to my parents' house to visit them, and I saw him. And, like, complete 180 of his life. Like, super, super religious, like, scary religious. And, like, the conversation ended with him telling me that he could never talk to me again because I didn't follow the footsteps of Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah, it was...
Does he know where those footsteps end? On a cross.
and then in a tomb, and then resurrected.
Oh, yeah, I guess there's that. That's always the part they leave out.
So he's just waiting to become a zombie, I guess.
Dude, like, I always hate that. I mean, I know you guys have all experienced this where, like, hey, how you doing? And you just totally, you don't even know who they are at all. You got to play it off that you know them.
Dude,
I wish
like that.
I wish I could just be like, I don't know you. You know?
Peaches, that probably happens to you now because when I worked at Infinity, everybody would come in there and buy skateboards and stuff, and I never remember people's names, so they always like come up and say what's up to me. And I forgot who so many people were, and I felt like an asshole. But like, it was seriously like a physical impossibility for me to keep that many names like in my brain and stuff. Like,
Oh no, dude!
don't you feel like
I always default
like
to
people now?
I either call him Bub or like, "Hey guy, how you doing?" Like just like resorting to like very like minute like titles.
Don't even give him the status.
Yeah, I always like I resort to like dude and like bro and stuff like that. So it seems like you know what I mean? Like,
But it makes you that much friendlier, man. Like it works out totally.
No,
It's like you remember the face, but like the name, like
Talk to them like a
Yeah.
complete stranger the entire time. Treat him like shit. Even if you think you know him, just who cares about his feelings? He's forgettable.
dude, I couldn't do that.
dude, like, no joke. I have such a shitty memory that like I have like accidentally treated people that know me as strangers, and they probably think that I'm like crazy or retarded.
I
or
do it
both.
all the
I'm like,
time.
I don't know, maybe I am.
Dude, I deal with like people on a day-to-day basis that I still don't know their name that I've dealt with for like the past like at least 6 months.
Well, who's been in a restaurant? Who worked? You've worked in a restaurant before,
Yeah.
right?
So yeah, still
Van
working
Sant,
there.
have you worked in a restaurant? No one ever knows the people. None of the servers know any of the kitchen people's names. Always.
See, that's the first thing that I've always done. Like even like bartending down at Range, I go and know the kitchen's name, like everybody there, because like they're way more entertaining than any front of house staff will ever be.
Well, in my experience, they all like usually do a lot of drugs.
They're
so
all
turnover
they're all
rate's
drug
pretty
addicts.
fast.
They're all criminals, and they have like the funniest stories that I won't hang out with them.
Let's do a
get
criminal
them on.
episode.
Yeah. Crime episode. Crimes you've committed.
But no,
Crimes.
just other criminals you know.
We're cops.
All that, dude. Crime, man. That'll be
Crime.
one. But let's not talk about what we should do and do what we are fucking doing,
Well,
alright?
Which is
And,
old friends / kind of drugs. Also, video games that have simple names.
And then jail
Jail.
And John Madden.
and John.
Hey, it's that time.
It's that time for Ultimate Final
The
Top.
ultimate final topic here.
Ultimate final topic.
Final topic. Ultimate.
Ultimate final topic.
Well, where were we going with that as far as like friends, crime, old friends that went away for crime?
Do you know any
We could do
people
that.
in jail?
Friends that you never saw again after they did
The
something.
oldest
Alright.
person. The
Yeah,
oldest person.
okay,
you see-
here's one. What's like, okay, with an old friend, what's the craziest, like, turnout you've seen of one of them? You know what I mean? Like, you haven't seen one person in a long time, and then you're like, oh shit, and you find out what happened to him, and it's like something totally crazy. Like, what's the weirdest one that you had that was
Sometimes
like
they
totally
die,
unexpected?
and that's like the opposite of what they were doing last time I saw them. So I guess that's the craziest turnout.
Yeah, for sure.
What, is that they're dead?
Yeah, that's the opposite of the way they looked before.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's not that crazy, because that's gonna happen to all of them. Like, you know, it's just when. Like, I think it's crazier if something like really like unusual happened, or they I don't know, did some weird shit or something. I don't know. Does anybody have one, or is this a shitty ultimate final topic?
They're half tarantula now.
Well, hold on. You kind of pushed it to a.
It's a good topic. I don't know if I have any.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm sure there's been a lot of like crazy shit.
A lot of them do heroin now. Like that's kind of shitty.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, ooh, I'll take one like in a positive direction. I've got this friend that I met like I guess like senior year of high school, and then like we went to college together for a little bit. Her name was Ruth, and I guess like 2 years ago she got diagnosed with cancer, but at the same time like was like getting in this new relationship. Turns out now she's like still dealing with the cancer, but they have a kid and a family, and they're very happy, and that's awesome because the other side of that could be death.
Oh yeah,
totally dead, but
totally dead.
Totally dead,
100%.
She's totally alive and has like an offspring, so that's fucking awesome.
Almost 0% dead.
Isn't it crazy how like how everybody goes into like they all go to the same thing like kindergarten or like like school, and they're all like in sync. They're all doing like the same thing, arts and crafts and stuff, and just like the infinite amount of directions or like all the directions they go. All their lives like kindergarten ended for us, but like I mean like it ended for everybody, but like. It all went in different directions. Like those lives are still going on right now, just in doing completely different things.
Or they're not, and they're dead.
Or they're dead. Colin loves death so much.
Or they're dead, but
but dude, like some guy you like sat next to and like finger painted with and stuff. Like now he's like freaking designing space shuttles and shit.
Yeah,
like it's so crazy, dude. Like anything, like you have all these like you put all your kids like. Into just this like basic thing that's like the same for a while, and then all of a sudden they get like more and more choices, and then they all just branch out into crazy shit. And like some of them do drugs and bang hookers and go to jail and die and stuff, and like some of them go to space and like I don't know. It's so fucking crazy. It's so weird to see like
they go to space, they bang space hookers, and they go to space jail.
Yeah, dude. What'd be crazy is if like one of the people you went to school with did like all of it, like he's like everything. He went to space jail and like banged a whore and like
space whore.
Did drugs and like speared a whale and shit. Like just ridiculous stuff. Dude, like I'm just gonna start photoshopping all my photos on Facebook so it seems like I did all that shit. So people are like, oh, I wonder what happened to Andy, and then they look at like all my photos and it's just me doing like ridiculous thing after ridiculous thing, like killing freaking like aliens with a lightsaber or something, and like no pupils like Raiden and like I don't know, just weird shit.
Taking a jet ski straight to the moon.
Andy, it's about that time.
We already have a pretty good amount of ridiculous photos on Facebook.
Dude, the Van Sant butthole.
Yeah, that actually is true.
You have
the secret Van Sant passage photo. Did we already explain
How many
that?
people have turned gay from that one?
Dude, so many.
All right, we got 30 seconds. Anything else we can do?
Everybody just hit one high note.
All right.
Hey, wait, what song are we going to go out on?
The Friends theme song.
I was thinking...
Friends theme song.
All right, ready?
Daddios